Now let's review the organization of certain columns for cancel and renewal policies. Now it's very important. Let's review appointments first. It's very important for you to follow the same system. For all the appointments, it's very easy. You should only input the date and time of the appointment, nothing else. So I'll give you an example. APP is usually, it stands for appointment. We shouldn't put APP and then the date, and I'll show you why. Now, the whole purpose of the organization system is for you to understand how to use this organization system to your benefit. Now, if we go to the column B, this small little arrow, it allows you to sort the information in alphabetical order. So if I sort the information from Z through A, it gives me the dates of the appointments, and it's going to put them together. So it gives me a better way of knowing what appointments I have for today. So just imagine today is 10:15. The system is going to give me 2 appointments for 10:15, and then it gives you a couple other appointments, but it categorizes all the appointments. Let's go A through Z, so it could actually put them in order. So you have an appointment for 10:08, you have an appointment from 10:12, 10:15, 10:15. So it puts them in order. So if you put APP, even though this is for 10:12, there's another one for 10:12. It's not going to put them together. Now let's take this APP out of here, and let's put PM so it can match. Now let's sort the information. Now it's going to put them right next to each other. So 10:12, 4 p.m., 10:12, 6 p.m. So it allows you to walk in every single day and organize your appointments based on the date and time, but it's going to put them in order. And also you're going to be able to see the appointments that never showed up. So it allows you to stay more organized. So that's for appointments. So once again, for appointments, it's just the date and the time, nothing else. Column C, which is the office, is simply just the office. Okay, it's the you should always know what office the customer wants to go to. So it also allows you to organize all your appointments or the leads based on the office. So if I go to sort A through Z, it's going to put all the appointments for LA1 together, LA2, LA3 together, LA4, and LA5. So at least I have an idea of how many appointments I have per office. Now, column D, which is the status. Now, this is very important as well, because it's going to allow us to really transfer over the lead from the appointment to either the rewrite, the not interested, the expired, or the paid. So it's very important to have the abbreviation or the status where it matches. So for instance, there's active, and it could be active paid online or active EFT. EFT means that the payments are automatically deducted from the account. It's okay if you put something right after the active, but it should have active in the beginning. Anything that has to do with not interested, it should have NI. And then if you want to put no car, for example, or Adriana's, meaning that they went and purchased a policy with a different company, as long as you have the NI in the beginning, that's fine. The RW, this is rewrite, so it means that we rewrote them with nations. And then of course the expired or cancel. So there's the same concept of the appointments. You could categorize them by selecting the letter of the column, and it gives you an arrow, and you're going to go to sort. You could put A through Z or C through A, and then it categorizes all of them the right way. So now I have all my active ones together, even though this one says paid online, this one says EFT, and these two don't have anything, but at least it puts them in order by the status, the main status, which is active. So if I need to transfer these to the other page, which is the active paid page, then I just copy and paste I delete them and then I transfer them over here, and it's a lot easier simply because you can put them in order. The organization process is a lot better. The same thing for the cancel, the same thing for the expired, the not interested, or the rewrites. It allows me to organize them in a way where I could transfer them within a couple seconds instead of transferring one by one. Now, the last column that we need to add information is the last contact. Now, the last contact is very easy. It's just the date and your initials. So this is the last time we called them. Why is this important? Because for us, it's very important to know when was the last time we contacted a customer. There's certain leads that we're going to call them every single day. There's certain leads that we're going to call them once a week. There's certain leads that we're going to call them once a week. There's certain leads that we're going to call them once a month. So it's very important to know when was the last time we called them. Now, for this column, it's very easy. Let's say you contacted all of these customers today. All you have to do is just type in the date. Let's say today is the 17th, your initials, and then you could just copy and then just highlight all the rows you want to input the date and initials, and just copy and paste. And then it pastes all the information. So once again, 710. So if you have more leads in the bottom, but you contacted them a future date, let's say the 20th, so this is the way it will look. So at least you know that you started working on this list on the 17th, but you didn't finish it until the 20th. So it allows us to really keep track of the last time that we actually called the customer. So once again, for appointments, date and time, that's it. Office, just obviously LA and the number of the office. For status, you have to have either active. Technically, what you see in the bottom, you should either have active, expired, not interested, which is NI, rewrite, which is RW. On the main status, and then if there's anything additional to help us understand what the situation was, then you could just type it right after. But once again, RW, meaning that we rewrote them, but the new policies cancel. So RW means we rewrote, but the other policies cancel. So just basic information to allow us to understand what type of lead we have.